Hot hatches ain't what they used to be. Once they were just small cars with a bit more grunt. These days, they are serious performance machines. Like these, the Ford Focus RS and the BMW M140i. So let's find out which of these two is best.
On paper, these are two very different machines, but both are priced around the same $60,000 mark and offer immense performance for that money.
In the blue corner, we have this. It's the Focus RS Limited Edition. It's the swan song for this body shape. Now it gets a couple of extras, like a mechanical limited slip differential and these lightweight alloy wheels wrapped in Michelin's excellent Pilot Sport Cup 2 tyres. And in the black corner, we have the M140i, which is a hot hatch like no other. It's got a turbocharged 6-cylinder engine that sends its power to the rear wheels. That makes it truly unique. And while it hasn't been given the full M Division makeover, it has been given some fairly heavy upgrades, including tyres, brakes and suspension.
The M140i's 3-litre 6-cylinder engine pumps out an impressive 250 kilowatts of power and 500 newton-metres of torque. Our test car was fitted with a 6-speed manual transmission, but an 8-speed automatic is available as an option.
So what's the BMW like to drive on the road? Well, it certainly doesn't feel like any other hot hatch. Because of that rear-wheel drive layout, it feels more like a traditional BMW, like a 3 Series sedan almost. It's sporty, it's dynamic, but it really doesn't feel like you're driving a hatchback. And the engine is a gem. This 6-cylinder is a masterpiece from BMW. We've loved it from the beginning, and in this iteration, it's still great. It's got so much power, so much torque, feels so smooth across the rev range, and it makes a nice noise. But it's not a perfect car. We're driving the 6-speed manual version of it, and quite frankly, it's a little disappointing. You know, it's okay, the ratios are reasonably well spaced, but in terms of just the action, the clutch, just the way you move through the gears, it's just disappointing. It just lacks that sort of direct mechanical action you want in something so overtly sporty like this car. And of course, being a BMW, it does ride quite firm. It's got, you know, stiff suspension, it's a hot hatch, and it's a BMW, so naturally you're going to feel plenty of bumps in the road. But the trade-off is, it really is an engaging, fun, dynamic machine. And it'll be sad to see something like this go.
Inside, the M140i is a typical BMW. That means a lot of dark black plastics and the typical switchgear we've come to expect from most of their models. While it doesn't really stand out or have a wow factor, it does look and feel a bit more premium than what you get in the Ford. The Focus RS Limited Edition has the same engine as the regular model. That means a 2.3-litre 4-cylinder turbo engine pumping out 257 kilowatts and 440 newton-meters of torque, but with 470 available on overboost. And as usual, it's only available with a 6-speed manual transmission.
From sat right here, there isn't a whole lot of difference you can pick between the standard RS and this limited edition. I mean, you really have to drive them back to back to notice how much of a difference the diff makes. But overall, it's not a bad thing because this is still one of the best hot hatches on the market. This engine is amazing. It's got so much grunt. Even though it's giving away a fair few newton meters to the BMW, it doesn't feel slow on the road. I mean, 440 newton meters is still plenty of pulling power. And it makes a great noise. All those pops and crackles really gives it a sense of fun and excitement. And coupled with this really slick, direct 6-speed manual, it's a really fun, engaging car to drive, and that's what you want in a hot hatch. In terms of differences that you can pick between this and the regular car, well, it's all about the rubber on the road. These Michelin tyres they really are fantastic. They're as good a tyre as you can buy for a car like this. They offer phenomenal grip. You really can chuck this car in a corner and have faith that it's going to hold on. And that's what makes it such an enjoyable thing to drive. You can really put your foot down, throw it about, have some fun. you know that it's going to stick, that it's going to look after you and get you coming out the other side of that corner with a big smile on your face.
Inside, the Ford's more humble origins as a mainstream small car are more evident, with some cheaper plastics throughout the cabin. However, you do get a number of sporty touches for the RS, such as the thick rim steering wheel and the sporty Recaro seats. The seats are a particular highlight of the limited edition because they've been reprofiled, so the bolster has changed, so you feel like you're sitting lower in the car, which was one of the biggest criticisms of the standard model. So which of these is the pick?
Obviously, it depends on what you want, and if you want a luxurious, sporty hatch, well then the BMW is the pick. But if what you want is the ultimate hot hatch, well then it's all about the Ford.
The BMW is a brilliant compact performance car, but it just doesn't possess the same thrills and visceral performance as the Ford. Sadly though, both of these cars are on limited time with new models in the pipeline for both BMW and Ford. So, enjoy these two beauties while you can.